Welcome back, brothers and sisters, to Desire of Ages. If you stayed for the next bit, today's one we are continuing from Desire of Ages 28, paragraph 2 is where we're starting. So, had Israel been true to God, he could have accomplished his purpose through their honor and exaltation. If they had walked in the ways of obedience, he would have made them high above all nations which he hath made, in praise and in name and in honor. All the people of the earth, said Moses, shall see that thou art called by the name of the Lord, and they shall be afraid of thee. The nations shall hear all these statutes, and shall say, surely this great nation is wise and understanding people. Deuteronomy 26:19, 28:10, 4 and 6. But because of their unfaithfulness, God's purpose could be wrought out only through continued adversity and humiliation. It was a sad circumstance that the Israelites were so rebellious. They were so rebellious. They always thought they knew better. They always thought they didn't need God. They always thought they were more wise than they were, and they were sort of rich. But they were, like Revelation says, for the Laodiceans, for example, that ye are naked and wretched. They were brought into subjection to Babylon, and then scattered through the lands of the heathen. In affliction many renewed their faithfulness to his covenant, while they hung their harps upon the willows and moaned for the holy temple that laid waste. The light of truth shone through them, and the knowledge of God was spread among the nations. The heathen systems of sacrifice were a perversion of system that God had appointed, and many, a sincere observer of the heathen rites, learned from the Hebrews the meaning of service divinely ordained, and in faith grasped the promise of the Redeemer. Many of the exiles suffered persecution. Not a few lost their lives because of their refusal to disregard the Sabbath and to observe the heathen festival. As idolaters, they roused to crush out the truth. The Lord brought his servants face to face with kings and rulers, that they and their people might receive the light. Time after time, the greatest monarchs were led to proclaim the supremacy of the God whom their Hebrew captives worship. And we see that in a lot of different situations. We saw that with Abraham when he was in Egypt. We saw that with Joseph when he was in Egypt. We saw with Moses when he came back, and we even see that in Daniel when he was in Babylon. So you see these times where the Israelites and the people of God were put to face with the heathen nation to represent God, but they did not, and they gave in to the heathen festivals. Take care, sister.